Hi, I'm Christine, and I'll be answering a few questions today. So let's get started. Tell me a little bit about yourself. I grew up in Ecuador, and if you don't know where Ecuador is, it's a small country in South America. I'm a singer, musician. I like writing songs, and I like reading. I like going out to dance. Yeah, that's a little bit about me. Something people don't know about me: everything I just mentioned before. I guess my astrological sign, I'm a Cancer, the best sign of all. Did you always want to be an actor, or did you have other dreams? So I initially started off in music. Like, I was the singer in my family, my brother was the actor in the family, and through music I was able to kind of, discover a passion for acting. What do you do in your free time when you're not filming? So much. I love free time. I love the period in between the next gig, the next job that I book. I love reading. I love writing music. I love listening to music. I love going to the beach. I love going out to dance. I don't know, watching movies. Obviously, I love going to the movie theater. Painting. My free time really is just time to reconnect with myself and to reconnect creatively so that I can infuse that into the next acting job. Okay, if you could write your own show and play a role in it, what would I write and what role would I play? I love this question. Okay, I would write a romantic comedy that's a musical, right? And I would set it, but I would set it in the 80s. So it would be something like, and I would put some time travel in that mix because I love time travel. I love music, and I love romantic comedies. So I would try to combine that all together. That's what I would do. If you could give your younger self advice, what would it be? I don't know. There's so much advice I could give my younger self. I don't know where I would begin. Maybe don't dye your hair so much. Yeah, don't dye your hair so much. Choose a color. Stick with it. Actually, no. I'm saying this because I dyed my hair bright orange, bright blue, had like a sunset situation, a yellow to orange to red once. I have had pink, I did purple. On a more serious note, if I could give my younger self advice, I would say just be patient. Be patient, girl. Everything's gonna work out. Okay, what is your fave vertical you've done so far and why? That's so difficult. I recently was in China filming 2 verticals, and one of those I absolutely loved. It was like a modern take of Pride and Prejudice, so I play the lead in that. It should be out soon-ish. So far, that one's been one of my faves. I wasn't a villain, but I will say another fave vertical that I've done was playing by the Billionaire's Rules, because my villain, she wasn't really a villain, okay? She had a really nice arc, I feel like. She wasn't just a bitch for the sake of being a bitch. Like, she actually had a really interesting backstory. So yeah, that was one of my faves. Okay, if you could visit any country in the world, where would you go? I really want to go to Italy. That's where I would go. I speak a little bit of Italian, well, like intermediate Italian. And I don't know, Italy just calls my name. It's just romantic, the culture, the music, the food. That's where I would want to go. If you had 3 wishes, what would you wish for? Girl, I don't know what I would wish for. My first wish would be that every time I open my mouth to sing, it's smooth. It's like I nail it every time. I can never crack my voice, never be off key, always like a strong supported sound. That would be my first wish. Second wish would be to be able to play any musical instrument from all over the world. That would be my second wish. And my third wish would be, what would my third wish be? Oh, my third wish would be to eat anything I want and not gain weight and not get any pimples. Next question. If you would have any superpower, which one would you have? That's a tough question. If I could be any superhero, I would be Doctor Strange because he has all of the cool powers. Yeah, I would choose Doctor Strange's teleportation, I guess is what it is. He just like goes into different dimensions. That's what I would wish to have. What is your most memorable moment on set? Like in a good way or a bad way? My most memorable moment on set. Every moment on the set in China was very memorable in a very positive way. And it was just a different, culturally, it was just very different. I think the highlight was anytime that we had to like reset into a different scene, we'd have 7 people at a time like on us, just like changing like your costume, and then somebody's trying to mic you, and then like getting your hair done and your makeup all at once. So that was a pretty memorable experience on set. What is your favorite song and artist? I actually do have an answer for this. My favorite song ever is Fly Me to the Moon by Frank Sinatra. I try to not listen to it that much because I want it to always be fresh and new when I do listen to it. But my favorite artist, I don't have a favorite artist. I love way too many. My favorite band is The Cure. I'm just like, I don't have a favorite artist. Just kidding, The Cure. One of my favorite artists. And Britney Spears is also one of my favorite artists. U2, Coldplay. Too many to name. What advice would I give to someone who wants to be an actress? Okay, I have an answer. I think you should develop many skills. If you know another language, or if you can sing, or if you can dance, or I don't know, like martial arts, horseback riding, badminton, soccer, anything else. Like that's really going to help you stand out when you're trying to book roles, or you're trying to even get an audition. Just having an extra skill or multiple extra skills is super helpful. Understanding who you are as a person, I think, is also really important. Just looking within yourself, who you are, being a little bit more introspective. You just have to learn how to ask questions about human behavior and human emotion, you know? And if you don't know how to do that with yourself, how are you going to be able to do that with someone else or someone that you're supposed to play? So yeah, that's what I would say. What do you do when you have an off day mentally and you still have to film? I feel like if something is happening emotionally, then I tend to just keep that and use it for the scene. But if it's something that is like a work thing, like if I just feel like my mind is really busy and I'm worried about 1,000 things at the same time, then I really do try to like put that aside as much as I can. Or I really like to write everything down, like do a to-do list. That helps me to just, you know, refresh and then go into filming. And then after I'm done, once I'm wrapped, I can be like, okay, let's go through the to-do list. Let's check everything off. What is something people can wake you up with in the middle of the night? Probably like some gossip, some news about something. That will usually wake me up. If you got something, I don't know, if you're like, hey, guess what? Hey girl, guess what? That will wake me up, sure. How do I feel about the vertical world? Getting bigger and more fan accounts keep popping. I think it's great. I think it's really great because the stories are just going to keep getting better. There's going to be more diversity and also bigger budgets. Having, you know, the support of the fans is amazing. Not just fans supporting the actors and all the creatives behind the verticals, but also having fan accounts that are very honest with their reviews for the verticals that they're watching, and also holding the platforms accountable for the content that they are pushing. If the fans are the ones saying that they don't want to see certain storylines anymore, I think that the platforms will listen to the fans. And finally, say something to the viewers. Thank you for watching this interview. Next time we'll do it, we'll have a chat. We'll do a little Zoom interview situation. But yeah, thank you for the support. If you've seen me in a vertical that you really like, let me know. You can follow me at Christine Official. I have a couple new shows that will be coming out very soon. Stay tuned for that. And I don't play a villain. I'm not slapping anybody. I'm not torturing anybody. So that's nice. So yeah, thank you for the messages. And that's it. See you in the next vertical, okay? Bye.